Ilia Topuria. He said, you know what? I want to go up to 155 pounds, fight the #1 contender, and then if he wins that, then he fights Islam. I think that's good, brother. I think he deserves.
I think if he move up and he beat somebody like Dustin Poirier or Charles Oliveira, he's next. Why not? Because there is nobody.
So you don't think right now Ilia deserves a shot at 155 pounds?
Without fighting in 155? Without, no, I don't agree.
Ilia Topuria has made it clear he wants to move up to lightweight and fight Islam Makhachev for the title. But Khabib Nurmagomedov, he's not impressed. In fact, he just shut down the entire idea, claiming Topuria hasn't earned the right to jump the line. And when Khabib talks, the MMA world listens. Is this just Khabib protecting his close friend Islam, or does he see something the rest of us don't? Let's break it all down. Topuria has taken the MMA world by storm. Undefeated, brash, and fresh off a dominant win, he's got the confidence of a man who thinks he's untouchable. Now he wants to move up and become a two-division champion, a feat only the greatest fighters in history have achieved. But Khabib and Islam's camp don't think this fight makes sense.
Because Islam already give chance, and people talk bad about like, oh, he fight 2 times with Volkanovski, but the UFC pushed this fight, and this fight was good in first fight. But why Islam have to give 3 times chance for 145 champion? Why? It's not fair for 155 pounds.
Right,
But if he move up and he beat somebody like Charles Oliveira, of course. You know what I think?
Yeah.
I think he can beat him.
Yeah.
I think he can beat him.
I like Charles, but I think so too.
No, I think Ilia can beat him.
The lightweight division is already stacked with top contenders who've actually been grinding in the division. Why should Topuria get a free pass? In a recent interview, Khabib made it clear he respects Topuria's skills, but he doesn't believe the featherweight champion should walk into a title shot at 155 without proving himself first. According to Khabib, if Topuria wants to fight for the belt, he should beat a top lightweight first, like Charles Oliveira or Dustin Poirier. Otherwise, it's unfair to the actual contenders of the division. He even pointed out that Islam already fought a featherweight champion twice. Both fights against Volkanovski weren't even supposed to happen. They were last-minute fixes because the lightweight division kept having issues. Khabib went even further, saying he actually believes Topuria could beat Oliveira. But that doesn't change the fact that he thinks the Georgian-Spanish fighter should earn his shot instead of skipping the line. And let's be honest, Khabib has always been brutally honest about these things. He's never been a fan of fighters cutting corners. On the other side, Ilia Topuria isn't backing down.
In a hypothetical fight against Islam, how do you see that fight going? If it goes to the ground, do you feel confident that you could out-grapple him, or would you try to keep it standing? And
my mindset is always the same. I'm always looking to achieve things that no one could. So someone could submit him. I will be the first one to submit him. And
any specific submission?
Now I heard some love from some idiots, but it's gonna happen.
In an interview, he confidently stated that he sees himself as the best fighter in the world, regardless of weight class. He believes that if he moves up, he'll take over lightweight the same way he took over featherweight. In his words, the only thing I need is one punch, and we all know at some point I will connect that punch. Topuria's belief in his striking is undeniable. He thinks Islam's grappling heavy style won't work on him, claiming that he's seen nothing special in Dagestani wrestling. He's essentially saying that everything Islam does, he can handle.
Moving up to 155, potentially fighting Islam Makhachev.
This is something that I want to do, is to move up to the 155, because I know by fact that I can become a two-weight world champion. Because Islam, he's a great fighter. He's the #1 pound for pound. For me, I'm the best fighter in the world. So I know that I can do with him whatever I want to do, because I know that I'm much better than him. As I always say, I represent the new generation of mixed martial arts.
But is this confidence or overconfidence? Volkanovski thought the same thing before fighting Makhachev, and we all know how that went. The real issue here isn't just whether Topuria is good enough to fight Islam, it's whether he deserves to. The lightweight division is one of the deepest in the UFC, with multiple fighters already in line for a title shot.
For me, no matter who can make 155, just step to the cage and stay in front of me, like this belt. It's not my job. If somebody wants this belt, come to the cage.